Hello everyone, my name's Rob, I'm from Games, and this is, of course, Halo Combat Evolved, Part 13. And you could say that if you're a very superstitious person, that this will be an unlucky episode, and, well, it's not going to be, because obviously, as I do this, I record the footage beforehand, so I know what happens. And, amazingly, there was only one death. I'm surprised myself. And if you can actually hear any clicking in the background, it's me actually doing editing while recording. That's called multitasking. Who says men can't do that? Oh yeah, there is a... I have no idea what happened there. That happened while I was recording. It was just like, it looked like there was no audio for a bit, and then like, so in the recording it just jumped ahead until there was audio. I have no idea. Maybe that's a setting in my recording program that I have forgotten to uncheck, although that will probably help with Rob versus the PS2, considering there's so many bits in that show where I'm trying to sync the audio and video up, and I can't because PS2 games. Well, when I'm editing in Sony Vegas, this is going into a tangent about that show, but yes, when I'm editing it, like the audio and video doesn't sync up for whatever reason, because like the capture card doesn't, like some videos, like when the PS2 game is loading up, don't get captured for whatever reason, or they only get half captured. I have no idea what it is. I think it might have something to do with a PAL frame rate and NTSC frame rate. Obviously, PAL is 25 frames a second, and NTSC is 30. And that was really the last generation where that mattered. I mean, you could argue that 360, Wii, PS3, that mattered too, but not really, in my opinion. But somehow, I've managed to blab on for 4 minutes about things that aren't related to the game. This level is, if we're going to be honest, people are going to be like, no, that's not true, that's not true at all. This level is kind of where Halo kind of, okay, is where I'm going to say the word kind of, turns into a horror game. A little bit, let's be honest. Especially with that overly dramatic music in the background. I didn't realise while I was recording. Yeah, this game does kind of turn into a bit of a horror game there. Also, that guy just spins around. It's great. He's a bit of a moron. But yeah, I am a fan of this, of the original Halo, this game, and this is where the original Halo kind of got good, in my opinion. When you discover, because it was just like a boring, cliche science fiction game until this bit. And yes, you could say that this infectious thing is boring and cliche, but at least it's two things that are boring and cliche merging together. That is the interesting thing. If that makes any sense, what I just said, it probably didn't. Today you were actually supposed to see a episode of Games of Gold. It was going to be Ida Barb with Paul Verridge, so it would be part 2. Paul Verridge is a different YouTuber, if you didn't know. Great YouTuber, recommended. And I was going to play with him, but he didn't come on Xbox One today. He didn't like go on Xbox Live. But I do know him personally in real life. So, and he's also a massive Halo fan. He's been watching all these videos he's been spreading around on Twitter, so thanks to him. But yeah. He just didn't come on Xbox Live. I don't know if maybe his profile is set on appear offline because you can do that for your profile. So maybe he doesn't realise, and he's actually coming online like, oh look, Rob's online, why isn't he inviting me to the game we said we'd record? Oh yeah, I die here. Spoiler alert, because I didn't realise I went so far forward. And then I just spawned back here. But this is the first video I can actually mention that there was a great eBay auction. And this is Rob vs PS2. I keep going to Rob vs PS2, but it is the first video I can mention this. Because it's the first video that I've recorded after it happened. There was an eBay auction, and I was surprised. Because if you've heard of PS2 Linux, if you don't know what that is, it is Linux for your PlayStation 2, a version of Linux from 2002. So it's quite old now, but it's very rare. I think there's 2,000 of the beta versions that were released in Japan. Then that was up to 5,000 in Japan, 10,000 for the whole of the United States, and nobody knows how many is in the power territories. So estimated 20,000 copies of this kit worldwide. That's not a lot, if we're going to be honest. And there was an auction. Now, it didn't include everything, right? It was literally just the software. Now, to run it, you need a blank memory card. I have one of them, which is technically my memory card that I use for the to show you the save game icons for Rob vs PS2, because I use a blank one just so it's easier, because I can delete the background and edit it and things like that. So you need a black memory card that installs the Linux kernel and user account on there, I believe. You need network adapter, which SoftQuest for the PS2 games. Got a network adapter. You need the hard drive, which connects to the network adapter, which is why you need it. Because PS2 does not have any hard drive connection points inside it. I really should talk about Halo, but I'm not. You need a hard drive. Do not have a hard drive. You need an IDE hard drive. They're really easy to come by. Well, not really easy to come by because they haven't been produced in about 10 years ago. Stock production 2006, but there's loads of them on eBay because nobody needs them anymore. What's the other things that you need? Any old USB mouse and keyboard will do, although Sony did produce official PS2 ones, and not the mouse and keyboard standard actual PlayStation 2 branded ones. And then there's a VGA cable, but you can boot it into normally when it boots it will be like, I need VGA to do this, but if you hold a combination on your controller, there's I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's selecting L1 to boot it in normal mode, selecting L2 for NTSC, and selecting R2 for POW. Not particularly sure. I think that's in the manual. And what can you do with PS2 Linux? Well, it was supposed to be for designing your own games, but you can use your PS2 as a home theater PC, or back in the day you could have used it as a low-cost computer. The only problem with the PS2, of course, is it only has 32 megabytes of RAM. But original Xbox is not really that much better, is it? I can't remember what the specifications of the original Xbox are. I will check now. Why was I going to go to Xbox.com? That was a bit of a stupid thing. Wikipedia will have all the things. Xbox OG. Put Xbox OG. Xbox console. There we go. 64 megabytes. So twice the memory. I'm actually going to Xbox.com to see if Paul Fairbridge is online. No, he is not. But you know, I don't know why it keeps giving me the US homepage. It's telling me the US prices. I don't care. I'm not American. I don't give a shit. Right, let's actually go back to the full proper gameplay. I can see how long's left on the recording. It's not. It's gonna be quite a while. There is one good thing I can say. When did 22 Jump Street come? No. 28 days later, when the hell did that film come out? 28 days later is the first one, isn't it? And it's 28 weeks later is the second one? Can't remember. 28, that makes sense. Yeah, 28 days later. When did that film come out? 2002. Why did it put it in a really shit version? Why did it put it in mobile mode of Wikipedia? And then Halo Combat Evolved. Was 2001, yeah. Thank God that film came after it, otherwise the flood would be insanely quick. And they are sort of quick when they jump at you, because if they're like an elite host, if they're Jackal or Grunt, they're fine. Because that's what the flood are. Oh yeah, I was a bit retarded here, I kept falling off. Don't know if you've seen that yet. There was a bit of a moron. See, jump off here. And I have to get back on. Yeah, 28 days later. Thank God that film came out after it. Not seen it, actually. And people are going to be like, whoa, you've never seen 28 days later, how couldn't you? I don't know. Oh yeah, I was a bit of a moron here. I didn't realize you had to activate that and thought you had to crawl, crawl. Just go along here and you could get up there somehow. That's not what you have to do. But luckily, if you do fall down here, they do have a way of getting back up, so that is good. It's kind of the developers to do that. But that guy was pissing me off, so I just shot him. Speaking of, well, I didn't even say anything about the Halo music. But yeah, there's nice theme in the background, which I hope Content ID doesn't pick up. You know, you're allowed to use any of the Halo music. Completely. In any Halo, in any Xbox related video actually. I believe that's in the game content usage rules. Because Microsoft got permission from the composer, who I believe is Mike O'Donnell. You're such a big fan of Halo, yet you don't know facts like that. Not very good with names. Just said that before the YouTube comment section would. No, yeah. But they got permission. Sadly, the record labels don't appear to want to honour that, at least with Content ID here on YouTube, because I uploaded the last video, part 12 of this Let's Play, and it's actually the bit at the beginning of this, so I hope this one doesn't get caught as well. Luckily, the record label is making money off the video. I am making 5% of... They're giving me 5% of what they get. That's fun. And then my network takes a percentage of that. That's really fun. I'm not bothered if Freedom take a percentage of it though, because, you know, they do a good job. I like Freedom. They actually have great customer support when I've contacted them. And what's going on down there? Well, you don't want to know. Oh yeah, I didn't even hear anything of what they said. I just ran off with that. I didn't even realise they were talking to me, so I just ran off. Oh yeah, this is where I got confused on where you had to go, so I just went around in a circle for a bit. But, this is the, thing. So yeah, I got 3 content ID matches on the one song. In fact, I'll tell you if I can get the thing up right now. Copyright notices on your channel. I disputed it because it's fair use and, you know, there's game content usage rules. Martin O'Donnell. Sound recording administered by Merlin. Idle. Claim released. Merlin phonophile. Your dispute is awaiting response. Usually if it awaits response by nearly a month, it gets automatically released. Shock Entertainment Pty, which is the Australian one. The others are the American ones. Actually, I think one of them might be European, one is American, and then the other one is Australian. Yeah, Shock Entertainment Pty. Dispute rejected, claims being reinstated. Now, I live in Britain. There is such thing as fair use. It's known as fair dealing. It's a lot less good than the fair use, but it is still something. I'm not sure if there is a law like that in Australian law. There probably is not, which is why they're ignoring it. But lots of people have trouble with Shock Entertainment Pty, and I understand why. You know, they want that in there, but at the same time, it is annoying. And as I know that the video is coming to a close, I'm going to say thanks for watching this video. I've been Rob from the Instant Gamers. This has been Halo Combat Evolved Part 13. Thanks for watching, and ta-ra.
Greetings. I am the monitor of Installation 04. I am 343 Guilty Spark. Someone has released the flood. My function is to prevent it from leaving this installation, but I require your assistance. Come, this way.